What have I just witnessed? We need knight that takes on f6. Knight takes on f6, wins the game on the spot for explore chess. But he's just not playing. He's not playing. Take the knight. You have to take the knight. Take the knight. Oh my god. Explore chess. This is not real. Oh my god. All explore chess has to do is take the knight here and check. Take the knight here and check and you're winning. Take the knight here and check and you're winning.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Full Strive Chess Tournament. Today, we have an absolute stellar lineup to bring to you today. We have a newcomer named Nick and a lot of returning faces in this one, and it is going to be an absolute clash of titans in every single game that you are going to watch here today. But first, the chess world lost somebody very, very important and dear to us, and his name's Daniel Naroditsky. And I don't know about you, but Daniel Naroditsky did have a very big impact on my life personally. I started commentating my chess tournaments because I drew inspiration from his streams and his commentary from his chess tournaments. And I kind of formulated my own way of going about it, drawing inspiration from him. And he has impacted my life immensely, as I'm sure he has also impacted your life and many other lives around the world. So with that being said, guys, we are going to be taking a 60-second moment of silence before our chess tournament starts to honor the life and legacy of Daniel Naroditsky. So if you wouldn't mind, Twitch chat, I kindly ask that you all wait 60 seconds and take this moment of silence to honor Daniel Naroditsky. Thank you. And let's get right into that chess tournament. And we are underway for the first match of the Full Strive Chess Tournament between the newcomer Nick and Katie, a former champion and a very, very decorated player in our Full Strive Chess Tournament format. And we have a Sicilian defense open variation out here early. Katie doing a great job of getting the knight out here first to defend this pawn here. And I actually really like this development here, moving the bishop all the way out here. And now with this pawn push, yes, it does pin the knight to the queen, but the bishop is going to quickly slide out. Oh my word, and Katie is immediately looking for blood. Oh my word. And Katie is a slight favorite in terms of positioning, but she has a lot of points that she still needs to prove. Nick does a great job of pushing the bishop out here in an attempt to try and castle, and Katie will have long-term issues here with this pawn because it is in fact an isolated pawn here, I would assume. Now, the knight slides over here, and should Katie take the bishop here? I would probably say yes, she does in fact take the bishop here. So if I am Katie now in this spot, I am probably doing my absolute best to try and castle as quickly as possible. I imagine black will shortly castle here as well. Ooh, and Katie does a very aggressive move, moving the queen out here to g4. Very, very interesting stuff. So in this spot right here, and also she does a good job of making sure the knight's still covered. If she didn't move the queen right there, the knight would have been taken by the queen. And so now she has to worry about this pawn. This pawn is in fact hanging, so she needs to do something about that pawn. Oh my word, but she castles. Oh wait, but it's ooh! After the knight takes here, the queen's gonna take right here on g7. Ooh, tactics. Oh my gosh. And after castling too, now you have a clear line, a V line to the queen here with the rook. X-ray vision. We talk about this all the time. Very, very interesting maneuvering here from Katie. So Nick now taking a little bit of time to ponder his decision here. Katie doing a very nice job in development. Her king is very, very, oh my gosh. And that is apparently that is a bad move right there. Because Bishop D3. Bishop D3? Bishop D3 right here. And, ooh. I don't even see it. Bishop D3? But she plays a knight there. Okay, so Bishop D3 is apparently the best move there. But she moves the knight over here to A4. And honestly, that move makes a little bit of sense. Attack the queen here. That goofy queen's looking a little goofy there. Oh my gosh, and this is actually a really crazy defense here. And also, if the queen were to, like, slide down here, that would be a little spooky because now the queen... that's actually... Okay, let me think about this. Yeah, okay, so he does slide the queen down here. And that's actually the top engine move. Okay. So now you got to play knight c3 here. You got to play knight c3 here. You can also go... Oh my word, the engine says you can play h4. Actually, no, that would lose. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would. Wow, there's a lot of options here for Katie, and she needs to probably take a little bit of a think here to try and ponder her decision. H4, knight c3, and if you play b3, you are cooked, apparently. Let's wait and see exactly what Katie plays in this spot. She has a lot of options, and there's a lot of potential in this spot. Okay, so she vouches to move the knight back to c3. I love the move. I think that move is a very, very solid move. And now black does a good job of castling, but apparently the engine is saying that's a little bit bad because of the big bishop d3. Bishop d3 is very, very pivotal right now because it puts an absolute strike on the black king side. Because the black king is now officially castled, and Katie does a good job of spotting it. She finds bishop d3. Excellent, excellent move here from Katie. Now, how exactly does Nick go about navigating this? He could probably play something like knight c6, trying to get some development. Also, you could probably go ahead and take this pawn here. This pawn has been hanging for a little bit now. And now, okay, so now, oh my gosh, and Katie wastes no time taking the knight here on g6. Oh my word. Oh, and that's apparently horrendous too. Rook he3, defending the pawn. I feel like Katie could play something like this too. Maybe a3. A3, you could also maybe go queen e4 maybe? Oh my word. And now this pawn's going to fall off the board. And Nick is actually going to be the one who is in the lead here. But apparently that's a bad move. Wait a gosh darn second. Queen now slides back here because it was under attack. How is that a bad move? Clearly the engine is 3,000 elo and I am like -5 elo. Knight now strikes here. There's a checkmate threat brewing here. I honestly wonder if knight b3... Yeah, knight b3 is the option here. You cannot go here because that would probably lose the game on the spot. You cannot go b3. Do not go b3. You cannot go b3. Please do not go b3. Good job from Katie. Katie does, in fact, find knight b3. Excellent stuff. And now Katie with 1 minute and 10 seconds on her clock, and Nick with 1 minute and a little bit above 10 seconds on his clock. And he plays a move here. Oh, my word. And it is just absolutely devastating because she needed to play h5. We needed h5 in that spot, but we do not, in fact, see it. Now we need queen b6. Queen b6. Queen b6. Yes. Queen b6, best move. Anyways, yeah, the queen can't even go there. Anyways, in this spot... Oh, wait, no, I'm literally blind. Yeah. Black needs to go queen b6. I am literally blind. Anyways, we're gonna pretend like that didn't just happen. You can also probably go queen e7 here too, perhaps. So queen b6 is what is played here. Now, the pawn pushes again. Oh, my word. And now we are dead locked. But Nick now has less than 40 seconds on his clock. He needs to start moving fast. Katie doing an excellent job with the time. Oh my word. Oh my word, but the pawn pushes. And rook d3. I wonder. Oh, this is absolute insanity right now. The pawn is attacking here. And you cannot move this knight. You cannot move this knight. If you move that knight, you will be checkmated. You will be checkmated on the next move. Katie vouches to take the pawn here. Oh my word. How exactly? Dude, this is actually crazy. This is actually insane. Katie just straight up sacks her knight. She doesn't even want the knight. I mean, like I just said, she can't even move the knight. But now with less than 20 seconds. Oh my word, that was a mate 3. It is mate 3. It is mate 3. Hey, Katie, wasting no time. Oh my word. Sacrificing the rook and delivering checkmate with the queen on h7. A brilliant rook sacrifice.
first round of the full stripe chess tournament.
Exquisite play from Katie. GG's to Nick. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway for game 2 of round 1 of the full stripe chess tournament, and Captain Bill plays the worst move on the board. It is f3 played with the knight, and we have a ready opening turn English opening symmetrical variation. We have Supra, a very decorated player, playing with the black pieces. Captain Bill, an also very decorated player, playing with the white pieces, excuse me. And we have a very, very, very symmetrical, solid position here to start this game. This pawn looks very weird to me to start this game out, though. Super does a good job of developing the knight here. Yeah, you just take care on d4, and then you try and castle probably for Supra. And oh my gosh, and this gets a little bit tricky here too, because after you take the knight here, now the bishop has a V line coming in here to, oh my word, oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. And Captain Bill has the advantage here early. He has the advantage here early. Supra needs to just castle. Good job by Supra. Very cool, calm, collected. Get your king to safety. Play the long game. There is a lot of chess left to play in this one. You need to stay cool, calm, and collected. It is pivotal. Now, the bishop slides out here for Captain Bill, and honestly, I believe Supra is not too worried about that. He could probably just push that pawn here now. Yes, he does. And the bishop, if the bishop does take, oh my gosh, ooh, we get a quick exchange of the pieces. And now the bishop is attacking the queen, and now the queen's going to be forced to move here. And honestly, I feel like after the queen slides up here, maybe back to d2, you could also probably go queen f4, maybe? Yeah, queen f4. Captain Bill vouches for queen f4. Keep it a sniper shot coming on these pieces and also attacking this pawn here. So Supra does a good job of coming back to defend this pawn. Very nicely done here from Supra. And Captain Bill still with a slight, and I mean slight tweak of an advantage to start off here, but he still has a lot of questions that he needs to answer. He needs to keep playing precise and solid. The rook now slides over here to c1, getting the rook in the game, creating an x-ray vision coming down here. And that engine doesn't like that move too much because now you kind of block the bishop coming out here. You probably could have played something more like rook b1, would have been a little bit better. We now see b3 played here by Captain Bill, and I honestly feel like he's trying to get the knight over here somehow, probably, I would imagine. It would make sense. If I'm... oh my god, and Supra just strikes with the pawn. Holy smokes, the pawn on the A file is just steaming. Full head of steam. Now the knight jumps in here to b5 for Captain Bill. And now what exactly should Supra do here now? I wonder if he has a weird tactic here. We go like this, takes, and then here. That'd be a weird, crazy tactic. I don't even think it would work. Somehow, someway. Oh my word. And now, oh, but the queen's under fire now. Supra has to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. This is a very delicate position here. You could probably... Queen d6 is probably the best move here. Queen d6. And then after the queen takes, you take back with the knight perhaps. And you do still have to keep in mind the bishop is still sniping the pawn coming at the rook here, but the bishop is still covering, so you do have that in mind. Probably just slide the rook over here eventually, which would be fine. Oh, and honestly, you just go queen c6. I probably just play queen c6 here, yeah? No? Queen c6. Oh my word. And striking. Oh my word. The pawn out of left field. Oh my gosh, and Captain Bill blunders. It's a blunder from Captain Bill. Captain Bill with a catastrophic move. Blunders the knight, one move on b5. Oh my word, Captain Bill had the entire world in front of him, but instead he plays the worst move on the board. Oh my word. A crippling move for Captain Bill. Is there any shot that he can come back in this spot? But I genuinely just do not see it. It is now plus 3.8 here for black. The pawn takes back. Apparently, this engine didn't like that too much here. Supra with an absolute dynamite. He could not have asked for a better middle game right now in this spot. Now, you have to be very, very careful here as well, because maybe if you slide the bishop here, the queen could take here probably. But honestly, I feel like you're fine with just moving the rook over here. And, like, yes, you're going to lose materially here, but at the same time, oh my word. And then Captain Bill slides the bishop over to h3. Ooh. Now you could probably go here and here. I say bishop c7, bishop d7, bishop c6. I think that's the top move there. The engine wants you to play queen e5 here in a spot here. Oh my word, and Supra does play queen e5. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is absolute dynamite of a performance so far from Supra. Now, Captain Bill, he is down material as it currently stands. All that matters to him right now in this specific spot is to keep as much material on the board as he possibly can. There's no way to get out of this if you do not get keep material on the board. And Supra the complete opposite. He's trying to trade pieces, get pieces down, and just start chopping away at the position. Now, you have to be very careful here as well, because let's say the queen takes the pawn here on oh my word. Yeah, and then the bishop could sack here, actually, no, the bishop can't even sack that, because bishop takes, if the queen takes, and the queen just going to take right back. Huh, interesting. The agent actually didn't like that move, though, for some reason. I couldn't quite tell you why. Rook c7 is now an option here for, what?
Oh my gosh. Captain Bill just straight up blunders the bishop, along with his entire position in one single move. There is nothing left. There's nothing left for Captain Bill. The queens are going to get traded off the board, and there's nothing left. Captain Bill is officially dead to rights. Barring something insane, but it is now it's looking more and more grim by the second after a very, very, very poor, I shouldn't say poor, very, very rough queen trade here from Captain Bill. Oh my goodness, Supra putting on an absolute clinic in this one. Due to a Captain Bill blunder. Actually, 2 blunders, but we won't talk about that. Now the pawn pushes forward, and now at this point, it is honestly just Supra who needs to start cleaning up the position. The position needs to keep clearing out. We see Rook d1 on the board here now, and honestly, it looks like Captain Bill is trying to make a desperate attempt to try and, I guess, get the rooks down here, perhaps. I wonder if Captain Bill could actually deflect the bishop here, get the bishop down here, and then bring the rook down, maybe? That could be an option, although, yeah, you can't bring the rook back up here either. Oh my word, now it's mate in 8. It is mate in 8 for Supra. It is mate in 8 for Supra. Supra team. The former Full Strive Chess Tournament champion. Oh, but he plays bishop h3. Ugh. Rook now slides down to try and stop the checkmate threat. Now you could probably go bishop d4. Bishop d4. Oh, wait, sacking the bishop. Ooh. And after, if the rook takes, then you bring the rook down here. Oh, I don't know why that just popped up. Oh, and then we get a quick rook exchange. Okay, now the rook slides back again. And Captain Bill with 52 seconds on his clock. And Supra is getting a little bit low on time as well. He has 24 seconds on his clock. Can Supra handle the pressure and finish this game off in style? I honestly don't see him having too many issues with this. It is now, once again, mate and 8 for black in this position. Supra slides the bishop down here now. And now you probably just slide the bishop down here. Now, that's honestly what I would have played. Andrew wants him to sack the rook. Oh my gosh, but instead he sacks the rook in another way. Oh my gosh, and the rook sound slides up. Oh my. Another pawn pushes forward. Rook's gonna take, or the bishop's gonna take that rook on d1. And we see a quick pawn push here. Check delivered by the bishop on f3. And mate is coming in a few moves here. Bishop slides back here. And also you probably just go down here. Oh, and it's mate in 1. And Supra, with an absolute stellar performance, defeats Captain Bill on move 37, delivering checkmate with the rook on d1. And we are underway for game 3 of round 1 of the Full Strive Chess Tournament between the returning you and the returning Explore Chess. Both of these players are looking for their shot at the second round to have a chance at making it to the Full Strive Chess Championship. I believe neither of these players have ever actually made it to the Full Strive Chess Championship, so they are both trying to find a way to get there at all costs. We have a 4 knights game played on the board, and we see a quick pawn exchange here on the d4 square. Now the bishop slides up here to c5, and I honestly like it. Now white is forced to move this knight here. You could probably just go ahead and take here. And you do have to be careful here too. Ooh, but okay. So sliding the bishop up here to defend this knight, I don't mind that either. I think that's fine. Black should honestly probably now just castle. You could also probably play, or it says you could probably play bishop b6 too. And yeah, bishop b6, or you can also just take this straight away. And that's what he does. He does take the piece straight away, and we get a quick exchange here. And then the knight actually exchanges. Oh my word! And this is actually good for white. This is actually good for white, and white should probably castle here in a moment here. The bishop now slides up here to c4. Okay. And the reason why white is winning in this spot, it's not like super duper evident at the moment, but the reason why he's a little bit higher in the eval bar is because he has so much more development than black. Black does a good job now for pushing that pawn forward to try and get the bishop into the game. I honestly like it a lot. I think that's very, very principled and very, very reasonable. White now castles here with that move, and now the pawn pushes here to c5. Okay, and so now
after the pawn push here, you probably just slide the queen back to d2. Also, queen d3 works, and you can't go here because the knight will take. Ooh, actually, yeah, and then you could probably go queen e3 too. Yeah, queen e3 is a good move. Okay, so the queen slides out of danger there, and now we're actually very, very even on the eval bar. You has to get some more development here on his bishop, probably. The knight, or excuse me, the rook now slides over here to put some pressure on this pawn coming down here on the queen. And honestly, if I'm white, I feel like pushing this pawn here is okay because the dark squared bishop is gone now for black, and you probably want to just start taking over some light squares, maybe. I mean, oh, and honestly, that move should be okay. You do got to be careful though, because after the knight takes, you will have to take with the bishop, because if you take with the pawn, the rook is going to take that queen there. So after this bishop does take, if the knight takes here, a quick move like.
What have I just witnessed? We need knight that takes on f6. Knight takes on f6 wins the game on the spot for Explore Chess. But he does not play. He does not play. What is he? Take the knight. You have to take the knight. Take the knight. Oh my god. Explore Chess. This is not real. This is not real. Oh my god. All Explore Chess has to do is take the knight here or check. Take the knight here or check. You're winning. Take the knight here or check. You're winning. That's all you have to do. Take the knight here or check. Unbelievable. He missed it on the first move and he missed it again. Oh my god. What an absolute roller coaster of emotions. The queen now slides over to b3 of all moves. And black has a lot of activity here. Black does have to be careful here though too, because now I'm assuming white was trying to create some pressure coming down on this pawn here. Oh my word, knight takes on f6. That was the winning move. It would have won on the spot, because after the knight falls off the board and the queen takes, you're just going to take the rook. Oh my gosh. A very, very difficult miss there from Explore Chess, but this game is not over yet. We still have a lot of chess left here to play. Now, if I am Explore Chess in this spot, I believe you can go ahead and take the pawn here now. After you do take the pawn here, you could probably go ahead and slide up here, and after the rook takes here, maybe... Oh, you cannot take that pawn because the rook is still covering on that square there. Oh my word. Oh my word. And that just hangs a pawn. That just straight up hangs a pawn. Oh my gosh. Oh my. But Yu's double checking to make sure it's free. But he doesn't take the pawn. He slides the queen up to g5. I honestly don't mind that move either. Keep putting some pressure down here. Oh my gosh. And now the pawn is hanging again. You have to take on b2. This is rook 5 takes on b2. Oh, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. I cannot believe that we just went from +5 for white to +4 for black to back to +7 for white. And now black is in the driver's seat here. And how do we exactly navigate the rest of this one? You now with 47 seconds on his clock, he moves the rook back. Oh my word, and the eval bar is all over the place currently. Bishop now slides back here to attack the queen. I wonder if you could slide here now. Apparently that's wrong too. Oh my god, rook takes on b2 has been the top engine move for about 30 moves. And we're on move 19. The rook now takes here on b2. Yes, I know. 30 isn't 19. And black has the initiative. Black is winning right now. He's up 2 pieces of material. But white does have some counterplay opportunities. White now below 1 minute on his clock, and he is getting closer and closer to dropping below 45 seconds now. And both players are going to be in the red here shortly, and it is looking very likely that we will be heading to a time scramble here in a matter of moments. Now, this pawn is very interesting too, because now the bishop cannot take because the queen is protecting that pawn, because this pawn can't take because the queen is pinning the pawn to the king, so that is not possible. Now, perhaps, maybe you could go here. And after you do go there, maybe after the queen takes, you take back. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, h4, 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 h4. Also, bishop takes on f7. Oh, bishop takes on f7, but he plays the worst move possible and plays g4. seconds on use clock. The bishop now slides back. The bishop desperately takes. Rook now slides over here to b8. Oh my word, this is absolute chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Bishop takes here now, and now the queen's going to take, and now there is an ice skater threat that's going to be coming here in a matter of seconds. On this, the pawn down pushes here. Very well done here from you. Good, calm, precise. You is now in the red, and Explore Chess is shortly, very shortly here, going to be in the red as well. But you, keep in mind, he's up one piece of material. Oh my word, and now the rook slides down. And now there's a massive threat coming down here. Oh my word, and now the queen comes down with check. Do you come back down here with check? The rook now takes. Rook takes back. Oh my word. It's still plus 2.2 for I can't talk from black. Queen now slides up. King slides over. Now 20 seconds. Both players are now in the red. They're officially in the red. This is going to come down to the wire. Who's going to remain victorious in this one? 14 seconds now on use clock. He calmly slides the queen over now. Very well done here. 10 seconds on Explorer's check. Or clock. Let's play a move here. He vouches for rook f1. And now the rook slides down. Do you push the pawn here? Queen e2. Queen e2, queen e2, queen e2. And Explore Chess runs out of time on move 31. And we are underway for the final match of round one of the Full Strive Chess Tournament between Chess Leveling playing with the black pieces and Mongo playing with the white pieces. We have an e4 played on the board here from Mongo. Chess Leveling was in the championship match in the previous Full Strive Chess Tournament. Oh my god, we have the Karo Khan. The Karo Khan is on the board. It is beautiful. It is poetic. The best move in all of chess is here and here after e4. Oh, it is beautiful. It is poetic. I love the Karo Khan. Oh my word, is this going to be an alien gambit here from Mongo? What on earth is he thinking here? What a horrendous move here. Probably just take the pawn here. Although that is kind of tricky though, because Mongo does have some ideas here to take back here and win some very, very nifty development. Oh my word. Oh, but the Karo Khan, yeah, the Karo Khan gets cooked by the Alien Gambit because the Alien Gambit's silly and goofy, and you should never ever play the Alien Gambit. This is Full Strive's message to all: don't play the Alien Gambit. It's absolute poop, and you will lose every game. Don't play it. Anyways, the bishop now slides forward here to f5, and if this pawn takes here now too, black can immediately take this queen here, and white will lose the right to castle, so you probably don't want to do that just yet. With the bishop coming in now, though, it's calling for knight takes here. But Mongo develops a knight here to c3. Very principled, get some pieces into the game. I honestly like it. So now you probably just play like normal, maybe develop the pieces, probably get this, push this pawn up here too, perhaps. Actually, e3 is probably a bad move, allegedly. I honestly don't see why. I guess because of what, this? But yeah, knight c3 is played, and he does vouch for e3. I honestly don't mind that move. I think that move's basic and makes sense because you're getting the bishop into the game. The knight's going to be coming out here, and there's just a lot of things you are going to be dealing with here momentarily. So the knight very calmly takes the pawn here on e4, and we get a quick exchange of the pieces. And now the knight is very firmly planted on the 4th rank for white, and this is a very powerful knight. Ooh, and Chess Leveling does a very good job getting his knight into the game to try and stop this knight from being problematic or causing any issues down the line. We see a quick take here from the knight, and now the queen is probably going to take, I would imagine. Nice. And now Chess Leveling does have a absolute sniper rifle coming down here on this diagonal here. White doing a good job of developing his bishop here to the e2 square, and now we see bishop to c5. And now Mongo very calmly castles here because you cannot take here now, or you probably couldn't take, you probably take with the queen initially, but you can't do there now because the rook is covering, and it'd be a quick little advantage for black. And now the knight comes up to d7. Very principled stuff. And now the pawn pushes here to c3. And honestly, if I'm black, I'm probably just going to go ahead and castle, maybe get my rook into the game eventually, and just play chess. Let's just play chess. Bishop d6 also an option. Apparently going here and then trying to create some pressure down here. Yeah, okay, so black castles. I like it. I like it. So you do have to be careful here too, because if you push this knight here, it will be a fork. You have to be very careful about that. Honestly, you probably just exchange the bishop here. Although when you do exchange the bishop, this is going to come down here. Oh, and he vouches to slide the bishop back. Okay, okay. So he didn't like that. He didn't like that maneuvering there. Honestly, that's reasonable to me.
The queen now slides forward here to queen d2, and probably looking to try and, I guess, get the bishop down here. I feel like a quick move like h6 is okay to negate that. Queen f5 is also an option as well. Just sliding the queen forward a little bit. Oh my lord. And then now the knight moves forward. Okay. So d4 is an option here now. Maybe queen a4 maybe? a4? If you play a4, you're insane. Okay, so we see bishop g5. So moving forward with the plan here for Mongo, I think that move does make sense. The queen is now going to be forced to move here, and after the queen does move, the bishop will be sniping all these squares until a pawn can get pushed to try and kick this bishop out. So there's a lot of things happening in this position here. So Mongo or chess loving does need to be a little bit careful here in this spot. Now, honestly, probably yes. Same thing. Queen f5. Also, queen g6 works. Knight c4. Yeah, okay. So the queen slides up there now. Bishop now slides back here. Ooh. Ooh, I wonder if you can actually go... No, you can't. You can't go knight f3 check. The engine's screaming for this. Oh my word, because if you go here, the pawn takes, double pawns, and you're going to win this bishop. Whoo! Can Chessloving find that? Oh my word, Chessloving now has 30 seconds on his clock. His clock is dwindling by the mere second. He needs to lock in here. Oh my word. Is Mongo going to win his first game of this century? We're going to have to wait and find out here. The rook now coolly and calmly slides over to d8. I honestly like that move a lot. And also keep in mind, too, every time a player makes a move, they are going to get 2 seconds of bonus time every single time. So keep that in mind as we progress in this one. And now the pawn pushes forward here. And honestly, a move like this makes sense now. A move like that makes sense. And if the bishop takes, you just take the bishop right back. Nice. I love that maneuvering. But instead, that just hangs a knight. No. You have this. Okay. Oh my word. I literally thought you just blundered there for a second. Holy smokes. Yeah, you gotta take the piece. Oh my god, take the piece. You have no time. Take the piece. What are you doing? Take the piece, Chessloving. It's right there in front of you on a silver platter. Take the piece. 5 seconds. Chessloving is frozen in his seat. And loses on time. And we are, in fact, underway for the first match of round 2 of the Full Drive Chess Tournament. And we have the beautiful, the poetic, the greatest opening in all of chess, the Karo card. Oh, it is beautiful. I love it. It's so glorious. Look at it. It's beautiful. Exchange variation. Oh, it's fantastic. You love it. Okay, that's enough. Anyways, we have Katie and Super here today. Super playing with the black pieces, Katie playing with the white pieces. And now... both of these players have played each other multiple times. I believe the series is deadlocked between these two. They have both won a number of games between each other, and we're going to decide who is going to actually take the lead in this all-time historic series to advance to the Full Strive Chess Championship in this one. So very, very basic stuff here so far from Katie and Supra. Katie doing a good job getting the knight here in 2. This knight is very, very powerful now because as we always preach in these tournaments, if you can get a knight on the 5th rank covered by a pawn, it is very powerful, although you do have some long-term problems, or I guess I should say problems, but like long-term threats to that knight because the knight can come here, the knight can also go here probably, or here probably. You wouldn't go there, you'd probably just blunder the knight, but anyways. The bishop now slides up here, pinning the knight to the king. And honestly, I feel like a cool, calm bishop b5. Check. Nice move there from Katie. Taking a little bit of a think there, but she does, in fact, play the best move on the board. Now, honestly, if I am being completely honest, I am honestly okay with this bishop taking this knight eventually. I imagine that Super will block with the knight here. And after he does block with the knight, oh my gosh, and saying... knight b... Wait, why couldn't you go... Oh my word, you couldn't play there. Because knight takes... Pawn takes... bishop takes... Crazy. All right. Now you gotta play g4. G4. How do you find g4? Castle. You probably just castle here, right? After castles, bishop takes, pawn takes, and then maybe you slide the knight back down because it's pinned. Huh. You probably don't want to take here. Oh my gosh! And Katie finds g4. After a 30-second think. Holy smokes!
Wait, that is crazy work. That is insane. Bishop e4 on the board. But Katie, with that move, it led to a very dicey tactical position. But Super Castle, she had a better move there. Oh my god, and Katie is just storming down the board with the G-pawn. This G-pawn is just no regrets. We're going all the way in. That sounded weird. The pawn is pushing. Now, what do you do here now if you're super? I probably would play knight takes on e5, probably. Knight takes on e5. You probably see b, or the d pawn obviously has to take here. Only thing that can take back. And then the knight's going to be attacked by 2 pawns, and Katie is in the driver's seat. After Supra. With a crippling miscalculation. Wait. Oh my god. And Katie's going to win this game. Is it over? Rook takes on g7. You don't even think about that. Rook takes on g7. It's over. He's going to slide. Then you have this. Takes. Rook has to take. Then you take back. It's over. It's over. The fight is done. Super is going to lose. A catastrophic maneuvering. Or a catastrophic line of moves. And Katie, after a very long think, plays the move rook takes on g7. In fact, the best move on the board. And now after the king does slide, even if the queen comes down here, you're Oh my god. And that's what I initially said, but apparently that's incorrect. Supra has a fighting chance here now. He has a fighting chance here now. Can Supra find a miracle in this spot? Bishop g6. Oh my god, but instead he just takes the what was that? The pawn? I think that was a... No, it was a piece. That was a big piece. It was the pawn. And now Katie's entire advantage is squandered because after bishop g6, this rook is going to be trapped. The rook is going to be trapped. You have to sack it. You have to sack the rook. Actually, no, you can take the pawn there. B7. Takes. Nice. Good move there from Katie. I didn't even see it. Very nicely done. Queen c8 now, probably an option here. So the queen over. Rook's going to have to come all the way... Oh, wait, you can't go anywhere. Holy smokes. Wait. You're cooked. No, you can take here. You can also go... Wait. Yeah, rook takes on g5. Or b5. Yeah. Okay, so we see a quick take. Now the queen's going to take here. Oh, my word. And we're... Wait. We're in a dead drawn position. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my word. And somehow, some way, and some miracle, Supra is winning. How is Supra winning this game right now? This is insane. How is Supra winning this game? 94. Oh. But he plays the wrong move and blunders the entire game in one single move because of bishop g5. What? Bishop g5. Oh my word. And now the game's blundered again. Dude, this game is... I don't... Oh my word. The bishop's just going to take. The bishop takes. It's over. But you take with the queen. You took with the queen. Why did you take with the queen? And now the king slides down. Oh my god. This... Dude, this is... What is happening right now? Queen c3 check. Takes the queen. And the rook takes back. And Katie's back in the driver's seat. Supra had his opportunity, but it got squandered. Katie's up 3 pieces of material. Rook. Bishop against knight, bishop, rook. I was just slide the rook over to a1, yeah? Yeah. And you start pushing this pawn. Oh my word, and Katie's gonna win this game. It's looking like Katie's gonna win this game. Bishop jumps in here now to d3, trying to attack the rook. But I feel like Katie has enough time to spot that. She does. She slides the rook up very coolly and calmly to b6. Oh my gosh. Now the knight slides over. Holy smokes. King slides down. Oh, and that just straight up blunders. That just blunders the knight. Yeah. Oh my word. It's over. Katie's going to win this one. Oh my
my word. Supra had his opportunity, but it got squandered. Oh my gosh, it's brutal. Chess is brutal. But it's why we all play it, because we love getting humiliated, or I shouldn't say humiliated, we love getting brutalized by this beautiful game we all love. Unbelievable. Bishop now slides up here to e6, attacking the rook. Super looking for anything he possibly can. Both players are now going to be in the red here momentarily. Katie, with 24 seconds on her clock, coolly slides the rook over here to e5. And now Super, with less than 20 seconds on his clock, all he can really do now is just try and keep pieces on the board and pray for a brutal, brutal blunder from Katie, which doesn't look too likely, as Katie very coolly and calmly slides the bishop up here to create a check. I just wonder if she could probably slide here and then maybe select the bishop, but the rook doesn't move, but the rook does move. Now the pawn's going to start pushing here, and Katie gets 2 seconds of bonus time every time she makes him move, as does Supra. And Katie's just going to keep pushing P. She's just going to keep pushing P. There's nothing stopping that pawn. Maybe you bring the bishop down here now, because it's pinned, but it is to no avail. Oh my word. And now it is officially, for the first time, a forced mate on the board that is possible. Katie doesn't find it, but it's very, very difficult. Oh my word. And sacks the rook. Because you get a queen right back. Nice. Queen's on the board. And Katie, in a matter of moments, will be going on to the next round of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. Oh, now it's mate in 4. Queen check on the board. Mate in 5 now available. Bishop slides over. Probably go rook check here. No, she goes queen h5 check. King slides over. Now you probably play rook here. No? Slide the bishop up. Okay. Check. King slides over. Probably check again. Nice. King's going to slide up here. You're going to come down here with check. King's going to slide down. And then... oh, wait, no, you have checkmate in 1 there. LOL. And Katie, after an absolute fireworks storm of a game, defeats Supra with checkmate on e7. And Katie will be advancing to the next round of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. And congratulations, Katie. And we are underway for the final match of round 2 of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. We have Mongo playing with the white pieces, you playing with the black pieces, and we have a very, very solid king pawn opening on the board. And very solid development here so far from both of these players. A very symmetrical position, might I add. Although the knights, I guess, are on opposite sides of the board. And it looks like it might be transitioning to a Gucci piano here. Mongo probably just could go ahead and castle here. This is Mongo's main prep here, mainline prep. He's very, very solid with the Gucci piano, as has been seen in previous tournaments. And chat, go ahead and start dropping those predictions. Who's going to win this one? The knight now moves forward here to c3, and TBH, I probably wouldn't mind just castling here. I think castling is okay. A6 is probably an option too, to stop the bishop from getting down here. H6 also a possibility to stop the bishop from getting down here. So you got a lot of options here. It's very hard to play a bad move here. It is possible though. Mongo castles. The knight moving forward here was just insane. I did not have that on my bingo card. Black now castles. Cool, calm, collected. Honestly, I feel like in a moment, you probably are okay with playing knight d4. Also, knight d5 would be very powerful right now. Knight d5 is a very, very powerful move. Okay, I'm going to find knight d5. Knight d5, and then you probably play h3 too. Yeah, h3 is okay. See, that move from you, it low-key just lost a tempo. Before Mongo castle, there was a way to try and win material there, I believe, but he just goes ahead and castles and plays principled. But honestly, I feel like that's still okay. So the knight comes back here now to f6. Pretty standard stuff. The queen now slides forward here to e2. And now Mongo is doing very, very well on the clock right now, and he is also doing very well in development right now. Honestly, I would honestly really like for that bishop to come out here eventually too. Perhaps. Oh my word. And now, ooh, and you brings the knight in, but it is to no avail because the knight's going to quickly take back. But you takes with the pawn. You takes with the pawn. Wow. Now you just play knight takes on d5. If the bishop takes, you just push this pawn. Nice. You just push the pawn c6. Pawn c6, then you bring the bishop back. Nice stuff so far from these two players. All right, we're going to get bishop e3. Nice. And now probably, I imagine... d5 is what it's calling for. D5, you can also go A5 here, perhaps. A5, and that basically just gets a pawn a little bit further down the board when you start coming down to the endgame. Okay. So the pawn pushes here now, D5. Nice. And now if this pawn takes... Ooh. I would just move the rook over to E. No? Rook E8? No, you take the pawn. That's not a good move, right? I don't know. I'm completely dumbfounded. Anyways, we see the pawn taking back here now on C3. Okay. Standard stuff. Bishop now slides forward. And now the pawn pushes. Huh. Oh my word. Wait. This actually could be bad for you because after the bishop slides back, if you come back here, this pawn's gonna push. And now you have a pawn on the 5th rank here. And that's gonna be, oh my gosh, and the position is completely closed. Brings the bishop all the way back to B8. Wait a second. Why would you go bishop B8? Pawn push? Sacking a pawn? Oh my word. Mongo's winning. Mongo's winning in this game right now. You're probably gonna see. I think takes is okay. I think takes on C5 is okay. The queen slides over instead. Okay. Putting a little bit more pressure on this pawn. There's a lot of chess left to be played here, y'all. Yu is now getting closer and closer to less than 1 minute on his clock. Mongo doing just fine, slightly below 2 minutes on his clock. His time management has been stellar so far in this tournament. Yu takes the pawn here. And Mongo calmly takes back. Now, if I'm you, I'm probably playing bishop c7 and trying to get the bishop out. You probably got to get the bishop out as quickly as you possibly can. Honestly, you probably go here too. Holy moly. We got this game could turn on its head pretty quickly. Okay, so the rook slides over here now. Engine didn't like that one move too much. Now the bishop slides up here to b6. Okay, and the bishop calmly slides back. Roger. Queen e7, then you probably move one of the rooks over. That's probably what I would play here. Also king h8 to try and get out from a pin that could potentially happen down here. Maybe. I don't know who in the right mind is going to play queen h8. Huh. Yeah, but I guess you could also maybe play f6 here. Try and like get these pawns off of each other. Like these pawns, unconnect these pawns here. Not just for queen e7. Engine doesn't like it, but I feel like that move is still okay. I want them to go queen d7, but honestly, I feel like that move still makes perfect sense. The rook now slides over here to d1, and honestly, I feel like rook fd8. Oh wait, what? Yeah, rook f. No. Wait, that's bad. Wait a second, that's bad. Because there takes. Take. I don't even see how is that a bad move? Mongo instead slides the queen back. Now you can play rook takes on c1 now. Oh my word! And these players are very, very solid here in this game. I want to give them both the benefit of the doubt. They have both kept this game very evenly locked in a Blitz game. Very hard to do in Blitz. Okay, so Yu slides the queen all the way to h4. Mongo with 1 minute and 20 seconds on his clock too. He is doing fabulous on time right now. Queen now slides down here to f3. And now Yu with less than 20 seconds on his clock. He has to move fast. He does not have very much time to think here. Rook, oh my god, now rook slides over. Bishop takes on d5. Free pawn. Does he find it? Mongo to take the pawn on d5. And he does. He finds it. Mongo is officially winning this game on material. And Yu takes back. And the queen's going to take here now, and you also got to worry about this pawn. This pawn's under fire. Queen takes up e7 for Mongo. Is this Mongo's chance to finally make it into the championship? Is this his moment? Not yet. Bishop comes in now. No, but the pawn pushes. Mongo is having it. Mongo has a lot of chances here now. Looks like he's just trying to keep pressure on Yu's clock here to make him make a costly mistake here. I also wonder if queen here and then maybe try and get here. And Yu and Mongo finds bishop g5, pinning the queen to the rook. Queen takes. Do not push this pawn. Mongo, if you push that pawn, I will crash out. Nice. Good job moving the queen over here to e3. And now the queen slides up here. Is this Mongo's chance? Is this Mongo's moment? After years, months, brutal, sweaty hours, is this his moment where he finally makes it to the championship? Mongo getting a little bit sweaty here, moving his king over to h1. Rook now comes over to d8. Yu is looking for any possible chance to try and save the position, but it is looking more and more meek by the second. f5. But instead we see queen b4, queen b4. Mongo now is officially in the red. This is going to come down to the wire. Mongo has had so many issues with time in the past. Is there any way that he can possibly save the game here? Yu brings the rook over. Queen slides back over. Rook slides over again. Queen slides down. Kitty is crashing out. Pawn pushes. Queen slides up. Trade the queens. Trade the queens. Trade the queens. Get the queens off the board. Yes. Mongo, 12 seconds on his clock. He doesn't have time to think. He has to move. There's no time to think. There is zero time to think. 9, 8, 7, 10 seconds on Mongo's clock. The pawn is all the way down the board. And the rook comes down here to try and take the... After a quick take, Mongo's going to take that rook. And this game's over. This game is over. It is mate in 6. Check. King slides back. Rook slides over. Bishop slides up. Oh, you probably just push the pawn here. Push the pawn here. That's checkmate right there. Pawn push, and then you go down. Alright, now if the king comes down here... Check. 10 seconds. Oh my god, Mongo with 3 seconds on his clock. 2, 1, 4. Mongo almost saw the end. 1 second on his clock. 3 seconds on his clock. 11 seconds. Mongo has to move. 1 second. Takes the pawn. Oh my gosh, this is insanity. Take the pawn. Moves down 1 second. And with 1 second on Mongo's clock, Mongo is going to the championship for the first time in his entire life with 1 second on his clock. I cannot believe that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the championship match of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. We have two absolute legends of our Full Strive Chess Tournament facing off in this one to decide who is going to be the winner of $5, or excuse me, $10 sent via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. We have Mongo playing with the black pieces, Katie playing with the white pieces, and we have a very stellar opening so far. It's a Rui Lopez opening, Old Steinitz defense. Now, very structured play here from Mongo so far, and both players are going to be playing very, very carefully here to start out here. I do not think Katie should take the pawn here. Oh, she takes the queen. You got to be careful here now. You probably need to play something like knight here to defend this pawn. Oh, but that's not... Bishop's coming in here now. And Mongo finds that move very quickly. Oh, my word. And Mongo is in the lead. Mongo is in the lead in development, and he has a slight space advantage here to start this one out. Oh, my word. Is this Mongo's moment of glory? Wait a darn second. Bishop now slides up here to d2. Pawn pushes forward here now to f6. And now what does Katie play here? Katie calmly castles. Oh my word, but apparently that is destructive because of bishop takes on c3. Bishop's going to take back on c3. Mongo moves the knight here now to e7. And now Mongo's probably looking to castle here now. Oh wait, because you would get the pawn. Takes, wait. Takes. Good job from Katie, now recognizing that the pawn would be in fact hanging in a couple of moves. Okay, now both players are playing very, very fast. Both players are doing very solid on the clock here to start this one out. And Katie now pushes the pawn forward here to a3, attacking the bishop. The bishop is forced to slide back here now to the c5 square. And Katie needs to play bishop b3. Beautiful. Beautiful technique. Flawless. Truly exquisite. Now you need to play rook takes on d1. That's still a good move. Now probably g3, I would. It says g3? G3? Or rook e3? Rook e3? Okay. I feel like g3 makes a lot more sense, though, because you need to stop the knight from getting there. So I guess that does make sense. Okay, so rook d3 played on the board, or rook e3, I should say, on the board. Oh my god, made a quick exchange, and Mongo. Wait. Rook d1. Oh my word, and now everything. This is. Let's see, rook d2. Mongo now takes the pawn. And for the first time in Mongo's life, he has a lead in the Full Strive Championship match. Unreal, bro. What does Katie play here now? After knight takes on g2, moves the knight up here now to d5. And if the bishop takes, pawn's probably going to take back. Actually, probably take with the rook here. There's just a lot of things you get. Yeah, you got to take with the rook. If you take with the rook, that's good. Yeah, you take with the rook, that's good. Taking with the pawn would have been a little bit worse because you need to keep this file open for the rook. Ooh, and now the rook does get down here to attack these pawns. Now, Mongo needs to get the rook down here. Nicely done. Very, very quickly moves the rook over. And now Katie slides the knight over here to h4, and it looks like she's trying to get the knight here. Very, very nice maneuvering here from Katie. So I genuinely feel like a move like knight e6 would be a little bit better than pushing here. Because you cover all this and you're also putting another defender on this pawn. You could probably start pushing pawns here now, Mongo. Mongo has a +2 advantage on the eval bar. Can Mongo hold on to win this game? He takes a little bit of time. Oh my word, and now the position is completely faltered. No! Mongo! No! Catastrophic Mongo! Katie is going to win this game. After a very, very devastating blundering the fork. Oh my gosh, no! Katie now up 6 pieces of material and over 1:30 on her clock. This is crushing. Everybody in the Twitch chat is losing their minds right now. It is crippling. Everybody had Mongo on their bingo card. Oh my. And now the knight comes back. Knight's going to take the pawn here. Oh my word, Mongo had an absolute dream of a position, but he now blunders the knight, and it is now mate in 9. And Mongo now pushes the pawn here to f5. Knight slides back to f2. Pawn continues to storm forward. Mongo trying to do anything he possibly can to try and save the position. But after a quick few pushes here with these pawns here, this game is going to be done, said match, in a mere matter of moments. And it will, in fact, be Katie who is going to win this match, win the Full Strive Chess Tournament, and crown her name for the 3rd time in Full Strive Chess Tournament history. Unbelievable. Katie now takes the pawn here on e4. Rook slides over here to c7. Pawns are pushing. Oh my word, the next move is going to be mate in 1. And checkmate is delivered with a queen promotion on b8. Katie delivers checkmate against Mongo. Truly a very, very valiant effort from Mongo here today. Mongo played in his first ever Full Strive Chess Championship, and he had a winning position. But unfortunately, it is Blitz chess, and anything can happen in Blitz chess. And unfortunately, he does, in fact, fall to our champion, Katie. Katie, congratulations. You are the winner of $10 of the $10 cash prize sent via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. And I would like for you to please send me a message in the Discord on how you want that sent to you. And also, you guys that are watching on YouTube, do you want to play in a chess tournament just like this? Well, you can. It's actually pretty simple. All you gotta do is join our Discord server. We have chess tournaments on Tuesdays and Fridays. We also have daily checkmates, a chess dojo. We have a chess classroom that is about to launch that is going to be very, very helpful, hosted by my good friend Pawn Mate, and a bunch of other awesome stuff in our Discord server. And I highly recommend you check it out. There's going to be a link in the description down below, and all you got to do is click that, hop in, and you are in. I highly recommend you check it out. And also, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to check out this video. This video was very fun to make, and I think you'll find it very entertaining, actually. There was a lot of different stuff that happened in this one, and I really think you should check it out. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful and fantastic rest of your day. Peace.